I'm here because I love my country and I love this state, and you know we have to change America's course. I'm here in the words of the group of former supporters of my wife because Hillary sent me. Because none of us worked all that hard all through this year to see this election come to naught. We know we have got to change the course of America. And I want to talk to you today about the things I want you to say to people all over this state and your friends all over this country who are not at this rally. We have to elect a president who will rebuild the American dream, repair a badly shattered financial system, and restore America's standing in the world. And that's the job. Every 4 years, when the American people elect a president, they not only vote for a person, they say what they believe the job is. That is the job. And this country is in a mess. Almost no new jobs, income's declining, health care costs have doubled, college costs up 75%, credit card debt going through the roof, home mortgages cratering, home values cratering, the price of gasoline, food, and utilities going up. And look at the mess that we have in our financial system. Compare that to what happened before. It isn't like this. This is not accidental, folks. You know, where I grew up in Arkansas, we had a saying that if you find a turtle on a fence post, chances are it didn't get there by accident. It did not have to be this way. It matters who the president is. It matters what the decisions are. It matters what the policies are. Decisions took us from a period where we had 22.7 million new jobs down to one where we're going to wind up with less than 5 million in 8 years. Decisions took us from a period where median income went up $7,500 across all racial groups in America to a period where it's dropped $2,000. Decisions took us from moving nearly 8 million people from poverty into the middle class to moving almost 5.5 million people from the middle class back into poverty. Decisions took us from paying $600 billion down on the national debt to adding almost $4 trillion to the national debt in just 8 years. Decisions had something to do with what happened on Wall Street, too. The decision in the last 4 years to say these big investment firms didn't have to keep nearly as much capital in reserve to cover their debts. The decision to say there would no longer be any limit on the ability of massive funds to bid down the value of stocks in a hysterical stock run, to compound our financial crisis. Decisions, and you have to make that decision. Here's what I'd be for Barack Obama. Number one, he's got the right philosophy. He knows you have to grow an economy from the ground up, not from the top down. Number two, he's got better answers for the economy, for energy, for health care, for education. He knows what it will take to get this country back on track. I have carefully read everything these candidates have put out. And I'm telling you, it matters, because the history is this. Notwithstanding what people think about us politicians, the truth is virtually every person elected president does his, and someday I hope her, very best. Very best. Every president does his very best to keep the commitments made in the campaign. You need to know what they stand for. Obama's answers are better. Number three, he's got better understanding, better advisors, and better instincts on this economic stuff. We just have, all of us who've been involved in this have been through a very harrowing period these last few days, as you know. When all this happened, it was a matter that was unprecedented in the lifetimes of the people who were dealing with it. What did Barack Obama do? First of all, he got his advisors on the phone. Then he called all mine. Then he called some more. And you know what he said? Tell me what the problem is and how to fix it, and don't bother me with the politics. Let's do the right thing, and we'll sell it to America. And let me just say, I know that all across America, anything that Congress does this week is going to be unpopular, but here's why you ought to be for action. It has nothing to do with bailing out Wall Street. The Wall Street that we knew is gone. It vanished in 2 months. There is not a single freestanding investment bank left on Wall Street. The last two, Goldman Sachs and Morgan Stanley, become bank holding companies, which means they are going to be regulated and they will never again be able to make some of the high-risk investments that got us in this trouble. That is not the issue. Here's the problem. When people lose confidence in the financial system, they lose confidence in all of it. People have lost confidence in their local banks. Bank accounts are only insured up to $100,000. That's more than most people have, but not more than small businesses and not so small businesses and wealthy people have. Everybody I know in the county where Hillary and I live that's got more than $100,000 in the bank is trying to figure out how to take it out of a bank and put it somewhere else. The less money in the bank, the less money they have to loan. That means small businesses can't get loans. The biggest car dealership in America last week stopped financing new cars. It means sooner or later you won't be able to buy a refrigerator on an installment plan. That's what it means. This is all about America. This is not about them. It's about having a credible stock market, so if you got a 401k plan, your retirement is not utterly destroyed by people who made decisions that have nothing to do with the investments that were made on your behalf, just because of all the irrational cut-downs. And that's why Senator Obama will support this plan. And that's why people in both parties are finally sobering up and they're going to support this. But what Barack Obama knows is it is not enough to fix the money system. You have to have a fix for the economic system so there'll be something good for money to be invested in. Now, one of the big reasons nobody else talks about that we got in all this trouble the last 7 years is you had a lot of money in America, and there were no jobs being created in anything but housing. You cannot grow an economy entirely on housing and consumer spending, asking people like you to max out your credit cards and homeowners to take out another mortgage on their home. Why did that happen? Because America has walked away from its responsibility to pursue energy independence through clean energy, energy efficiency, homegrown energy that can liberate America. And I don't care what kind of work you do, and I don't care what subject you're studying here. The single most important thing the next president can do is to focus with dogged intensity on doing everything possible to promote energy efficiency, clean energy technology, homegrown American energy, to bring America back. And that is profoundly important. The other thing I want to say on this good ideas business is we are spending 16% of our income on health care. No other country spends more than 11%, no other rich country. But we're the only people who can't figure out how to insure everybody. Partly because we do things like subsidize drug companies under this Medicare Advantage program and give them $1,100 a year to provide $600 of extra service. Every one of you would do that for nearly 100% profit. Barack Obama will clean that stuff up, expand health insurance, make it affordable to all Americans. So, he's got a better philosophy. He's got better answers. He's got a better understanding, better advisors on these complex economic matters. He's got a better